for Memo Bibia Kwaba Eba Melodies TV so. The NDC at the Ensem Ababa Betuja. Now we are in the 3rd month, and so it basically means we have just technically we have just about 8 months, because election early in December, right? 7th December. So technically we have just 8 months to election. And the NDC they are not seeing so I say they are not ready for the elections. Say you're planning so say you plan say you don't money. It's more than This is a report coming from City Newsroom. Na me pesa me kenkan. Na ya say NDC phone some wa mo ka no. Yenjin tum and I say they are just making noise. Also, the Deputy Director of Elections and IT for the National Democratic Congress, Dr. Rashid Tanko Computer, has expressed concerns about the readiness of the current Electoral Commission for the 2024 polls. His remarks come amid worries about perceived delays in the preparations for the December 7th elections. Into where NDC for or more IT department, Penya Wawoho. Actress will say in an interview on Eyewitness News on City FM with Selom Adonu on Friday, March 1st, 2024, Dr. Tanko Computer highlighted that with barely 8 months remaining until the elections, no calendar has been released. He emphasized that the calendar is crucial as it provides detailed information on how the election is scheduled to run, including the procurement of electoral materials. Now, what's normally no, beto ababiana election year anymore. Easy no at the calendar eba. Na calendar no tre say easy no person tre say oh yemfidia ye de beye abato no kra no ye beto no embre sei ye be kwa fa no embre sei wo nti ema wo bia ehu ne say oh election no eba so ema transparency eba nsem ni mu. But also we currently easy no up to now aka 8 months calendar bi amba abonten say obe registration for fra emba abonten procurement in fidie wo de beye se ne obekwa akofa fidie ni bebi obefa fidie no ne ho nsem ni na bibiamba abonten 8 months to the battle. Into say Dr. Tanko Computer pointed out that the calendar ideally should have been released as early as January to allow ample time for preparation from all concerned parties. So say normally in January, you beto about January bia no. Na easy no, omo twem ne omo release calendar no. Nti ma parties na wo mo kwoto aba na prepare esiesi omo hu yie, because calendar ni dey simple. Ye hu de ye beye, ni ye nso ye nhihye bi. Because on say political parties na nkasa no. Election year no mo ye rallies akese, ye tours akese, campaign akese. Nti say easy ne de ne calendar ne ba no mo nso hwa no mo hu ne say okay, omo planet rally no rally ayeye. Calendar no say ni nti ye ni say na ehia say so that aha say no ebema ye nya vote ye ni aye say ni ye de ehia aha sansem ni na no emba abontin. Also, he expressed his concern, stating, I must say, this current EC appears not ready for the December 7th elections. As we speak now, we have 8 months to the general elections, and this EC has no calendar. And I want people to keep it in mind. Say, it's our same electoral commission. And waba bontia wabeka say abato no nanko mo pese yeto no November. Inti nanko mo ka say November, nanka by this time, you were just about around 7 months. NDC for na moko meeting ko ka so mo mpeni na kra na say na president Ekufa do kra be ka say ane isi na ti ase say ade na kra no onto no November biom. But ohwemu a o tre say 8 months to go no. I say isi ni ready. He stressed the importance of the calendar, which outlines key activities leading up to December 7th, including the opening of the limited registration exercise. Limited registration exercise na yebe sanso aye biom no. And also, nini nanka wasi yetro calendar nim. and the procurement of electoral materials, Dr. Tanko Computer underlined the need for transparency in the process, stating there is no calendar. Furthermore, he urged the Electoral Commission to provide clarity on important aspects such as the registration process and nomination timelines to allow for proper organization by concerned stakeholders. Obi asemo wakan o say you are as good as your last performance. Obi asemo wakan no. O say you are as good as your last performance. Naturally say uyo obi a say de bia wo ye ade na wo ye yie na one day e bi ende ko ye sa ade no na wo fail a we fail. You are as good as your last performance. Now say you judge the EC no with this statement on my last performance no the current electoral process course of Ghana, right? District assembly elections no. We also the issues that came up. Obi ana wewu still yamane ko ballot ema yamane ko to aba. Yama still nenim eda ballot paper ne so a onokra ne ba be wini ye na afi ye hu de enye isi ni hu de enye because na nipa ko newu about 2 weeks and a week to the battle. But nipa ko na was standing as assembly member no enti still ye ja nenim e wo ballot paper ne so with hope say e bia na microphone to ma no. Clearly it was a mistake and isi na also almost solve omo ntumi. Yes, also a lot of videos of Chrononsem a course so omo anom ye easy officials a omo ye compromised and afi wo mukra ewie mu. We saw videos of that. Enti say easy no the last performance district assembly elections no any ye dey judge dia. And you see the truth of the matter the same. The general elections no you have more turnout than the district assembly. Enti if a district assembly in this case which had just a fraction of meto aba general elections no and aba beto aba na no we had big issues like this then I'm scared for the general elections. I'm scared for the issues that are going to come up through the general elections. This is the same EC said this time around no they want to make sure say the coalition will be telecasted live online so that Ghana ni bia behu. You don't just say things like this with your mouth. And by this time you have a system running. You have everything running. I don't know why the calendar is not media meaning, but the little I can see, and they say we just hope that Jimensa and her people they know what they are doing. And I know they know this, but maybe some of us we need to remind them again. Position na yede amomo eni ejuma na omo ye no. It is one of the most sensitive positions or most sensitive things in this country. Omo ahwe ni ye ya betumi aboma no they can make and unmake the country. They can make and unmake the country. Into yes romo whatever the case may be. Whatever asem no etie no. Esre the transparency whatever. You see sometimes uni obi ya dia sometimes can uni obi ya dia sometimes enye say bia o adwen boni o. And I want people to listen to this very carefully. Sometimes when you be there and you say be but the fact that you are hiding things from the person, it makes the person guesses wildly, and the person would go and guess and because assume say in a word dream. For all you know, Jin Mensa and Crawford, that is even their problem. Maybe. I know say a lot of people will not agree with me, but maybe Jin Mensa will near dream bonnie. But and that usi chrome now for Ghana for 10. Now will be so the perception about Jin Mensa. Me assure say when you cry no Ghana for be 4 and 5 betrayal said that be my no nyeni papa. Dientia. It is because of the fact say a case will no pan transparency pan she has never been transparent. In the sense say Abato akoso Brana be tretre mutre Ghana for menye. NDC for de bi omo complaini. Ane and you onka hen train and you susu hun train or sorry are not person take a decision and all these things. We've all been in relationships where probably they were going through things and they've never thought of communicating. And himself communication there is very essential in relationship, whether it's platonic relationship, it's a romantic relationship, whether it's a professional relationship. You can't go without communicating. You need communication. Once you are able to communicate and you are transparent, oh waha was say oh me waha, oh waha was say me waha. Ni pa kona dwembo ni bia mba ni trimu. So we all plan boni etiame. Ati asie. If for all you know, all the NDC needs openness and communication. I don't know why me say me won na ka me easy boss a Jimensa won na ka me ya ma afei NDC fo a wo moka setia me no na ko mo kra be sha ase so wo mo bo me din pa me ka me trew me say me ye Jimensa na me easy boss a me ya ama NDC fo mo bo me edin bone no na ka me omo ana obeba be ka me ho asempa. Imagine say ende NDC fo ka Jimensa ho asempa wo radio so. Perception na Ghana for bebre wono ebesesa. Because MPP de oye de omo de Jimensa be bia na eyo omo de. Enye omo de kra wo mbe komu ntumi nkasa na nse Jimensa de a wo ye de omo ni anye ho na nso omo tena ho saa omo ntumi anka hu. Ati ase omo ntumi anka hu. Nti me ye isi mpanyimfo a anka mechi NDC fo atena se. Na makatro mo se mo how ne sen mo kan mo how na ntre me. I say, one, we feel you are not transparent enough. We say, no problem. Now, personally, I'll be communicating my whatever you need to know. Of course, there are certain things, security reasons, no one has to know. But there are some things NDC for also whatever you need to know. Personally, I'll communicate with you. Don't worry. Oh, man, I'm a radio so and Jimensa said you can't once and say, my mini crow, my pa. No, a clear within. Anyway, I'm trying to comment box him. Medasi.